Hi everyone, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. This is Niyati Chaya. I am a co founder and I lead the AI at Hyprbots Systems. I'm thrilled to have Mike with us today. Mike Vaishnav is a CFO, consultant, and strategic advisor to many privately owned organizations. We are going to pick his brains on AI and compliance, but before that, Mike, why don't you introduce yourself?
Thank you, Niyati. It's a pleasure to be here. I've been working for Silicon Valley for about close to 30 years in the diversified industries, and I was fortunate enough to touch each and every aspects of finance, from the controllership role to FP&A, treasury, tax, investor relations, and also in my last two roles, I was managed some of the operation department like HR, IT, facilities, legal, and procurement. So I have broad area of experience from the finance and operations during my tenure for the last 30 years.
Wow, I think you are the right person to talk about finance, compliance, and how do you think AI will help in compliance?
So AI is kind of more on the compliance side. AI would safeguard some of the information, how the AI algorithm was written, that will create some of the real flag on some of the requirements. So if you have certain requirements of the government requirements or regulatory requirements, if you create the proper flag and proper algorithm, AI would catch those information, and that will help if companies violating any policies or any issues. They will immediately flag, and company will know that this is not the right way to do the business. So AI will definitely help in the government and regulatory compliance.
Got it. I think fraud as well, right?
Absolutely, fraud and all requirements, because fraud is the key things because people are monitoring those, and then by raising the flags at the appropriate level, that will also mitigate those information.
Got it. Do you think AI can play a role in the audit process?
Absolutely, because auditors have to deal with wide variety of the data. They need to do some of the specific test check on the data or specific sample of the data. With so many data information, with AI, with specific trend, specific pattern, they can analyze that what kind of data they want to look at it, what kind of pattern of the information you are going it, and what are the exceptions. Sometimes they want to find out. Just give you a simple example. Again, this is a very basic example I'm giving it to you, but it's a journal entry approval. If they want to find out who has processed the journal entry, who has approved it, if they can get the information, of course, ERP can provide those information, but here by asking some of the specific, creating some of the specific solution or raising some of the specific queries via AI, they can mitigate those. They can get this information very fast, and they can plan their audit accordingly, and they can focus their resources on more value-added audit function rather than creating the test check and sample test data testing on that.
Got it. Do you think we can ensure maybe accuracy of financial reporting through AI or technology?
Absolutely. Of course, ERP is a pretty solid way to ensure the accuracy. So I'm not saying that ERP is not doing it. But sometimes when you get pull out some information, and let's say example, you have big trial balance you pull out from ERP, and you try to create the profit and loss or balance sheet. There are some chances you may miss some of the chart of accounts to create the P&L. With the AI, you have a similar chance of doing it, but here you will catch very early because you are writing some of the rules and some of the algorithms where you can create those information and you can comply on financial reporting. Again, this is a pretty basic example, so I'm not too keen on focusing on those, but there are so many other reporting requirements, as I said, like filing the 10Q and 10K. Mm-hmm. There are some of the companies to file it. Company can create some of the specific algorithm on how they want to create the information, how the SEC, they get some comparative information from other, because when people will write those SEC reports, they can get how the industry information or some other information which ERP will not provide. But by providing proper information and creating the right data on the AI, they can get this information, and that will help to make the financial reporting very smoothly and more effectively and efficiently.
Got it. Actually, thanks for those insights. My takeaway here is that I learned a lot about your compliance kind of processes, but at the same time, if you're able to build deep, trustable AI, it's going to be very, very useful.
Absolutely, and there's one of the things what I compliance is very key for all finance executives or finance professional. And then if the compliance is there with the AI can give us a complete relief on the compliance, then people can have a good night's sleep on all the finance people can have a good night's sleep and not to worry about my compliance would go wrong, and get more detailed analytics on the compliance side also.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.